How do you select an investment professional? Like educating clients to select the right investment professional. And I put in the subheading, investment professionals are not all created equal. So how do I keep my clients, my potential clients, your potential clients away from this guy and towards people who are competent and ethical? And I say due diligence is critical. Who regulates the professional and how well? I think, to me, the best example of that is the way the securities industry regulates between the way, or compared to the way the insurance industry regulates. Now, I think there's a lot of problems with the securities industry, but I think if you compare the regulation, the insurance regulation is a lot lighter. So who is regulating this person that the investor is thinking about doing business with? The first thing I tell investors to do is pull whatever regulatory records you can. The ADV, the CRDs, they're free, they're easy to get. It's amazing the number of people who have come to me, not so much now, but I'd say 5 or 6 years ago, who did business with somebody, and I pulled the CRD on them, the regulatory history on them, and they've got 10 customer complaints. They filed bankruptcy just before they became a stockbroker, and they've had 2 DUIs, and it's just on, and they're like, my gosh, I never would have done business with this person if I had known. And it's so simple to get. Investigate the quality of the designations. A chartered financial analyst, as I understand it, is a very legitimate designation. I'm sure you would agree. Likewise, CFP, I think CFP maybe 20 years ago was pretty easy to get, but I've heard it's become, it's a lot more heady. And I consider that to be a very legitimate designation. Certainly doesn't mean just because you've got a CFA or a CFP or a clean CRD, you're a guy who should be handling money, but it's a huge plus in my mind, all other things being equal. Here are some titles, not to disparage anybody who uses this title, but I just tell investors these titles don't really mean anything. These are all titles, let me go back, all titles used by the securities industry, broker-dealers, and I think, again, some people can't tell the difference between a financial consultant and a CFA. Here's one that's used a great deal in high net worth areas, such as the area I am in, and probably some of the areas you guys work in. The term retirement specialist. There's a guy in my community, I think he's gotten out of it now because he's made so much money, but a guy in our community who highly promotes himself as a retirement specialist. And that's nothing. I mean, it's not even it's just a completely made up name. And again, a lot of investors can't tell the difference between a retirement specialist and a CFA. C.S.A. is another one that's used. Nothing wrong with getting your C.S.A., but as I understand it, C.S.A. is a legitimate designation, but it really teaches you how to market to seniors. I think some states have even brought regulatory actions against investment professionals for pretending that the C.S.A. qualifies them to be knowledgeable about investments for seniors, and that's not what the C.S.A. is.